Please, and your propaganda na me 1,000. How many liters in the womb? What you say? How many liters? It is also water. That is what you are going to pay. That is what you are going to pay. This is Alaji Baumia will say 8 times higher than e-levy. Monkan chen say me ametihe. Aye ni na ye no na me say. Onfa ni nimbuase entra new position.
Finally, Omampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama assigned DUMSOR levy. Wasani bill no amasa ready ababa ye law na chese aba sitina ene yen eba betina na we na okopiem ewo UTV in fact Jenifer Queen waka ne ho biem wa clash eye NDC's Godwin Mahama na enye easy na eho anso ena chese Afia Korankyewaa movement for change e kasamafo no mu baako enso atutu ejabi ni nyina eye DUMSOR levy a chese abeto dwai ebusa Magraheb na wate ase enti we no akwakwa ye bi ti se e-levy any DUMSOR ena yede etoto hon metrem na wati bibia ase aha eye AJ gossip na se obekye wadwen afa video ho no wi abomode pa se obehye amonu abisa etumi enti Omampanyini Mahama sign eye DUMSOR levy eye D-levy ebe no ena odi nsem bi etudwa se oh we no ema setena ho ema eni ma metena na emom bi entia omu eye saade no omu e de solve DUMSOR no wi a ombetwam enti enye permanent eye levy ye betua sa according to Omampanyini Mahama ebusia yetie.
I have the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Act 2025. The energy sector debt has been the Achilles heel of our economic growth and sustainability for many years. And there have been many attempts to try to resolve it. From the time of the toll levy to the Energy Sector Levy Act, ESLA. Today, we're signing the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Act. All this in a view to trying to eliminate the energy sector debts and stop the crisis in the energy sector and create an energy sector that delivers lower tariffs and better service to our people. I wish to pledge to the Ghanaian people that we are determined to solve this energy sector crisis once and for all and resolve the issue of the energy sector debt. With the recent performance of the Ghanaian economy, we have seen a drop in the price of petroleum products. I want to thank the transport unions and the drivers for their cooperation in passing on the savings to the Ghanaian people. Since then, the petroleum prices have dropped further at the pump. We believe that it will be a useful use of the extra savings that has occurred to try and pay down the energy sector debt and also pay for the expensive liquid fuel that we use to generate power. The fuel component of power generation is not captured in the tariff. And my understanding is that if we capture the full cost of the fuel component, it will lead tariffs to go up by 50%. But our current trajectory is not sustainable. We are determined to achieve macroeconomic stability, have a strong currency, low inflation, but to do that, we must make sure that the energy sector does not destabilize the economy, the gains we've made with the economy. And that is why, though painful it is to sign this, I'm enjoying as your president. I was appointed not only to take soft decisions and easy decisions, but also to take hard decisions. And one of the assurances I make you is that this money will be used exactly for what it's meant for. It won't be like in the past where the ESLA was collateralized and the money was diverted for other things. I can assure you that this money is going to be ring-fenced. It's going to go for the purchase of fuel oils to keep our lights on. And towards the end of the year, when we have more gas and we are having to buy less fuel oil, that money will be available to start paying the debt of the independent power producers. But all this will be useless if it's not linked up with efficiency in the power sector. And that's why we're going to go ahead to revamp the distribution sector so that we reduce the losses that we are incurring. It's estimated that we lose almost 45% of the value of the power we're transmitting. We can't continue like that. And so, aside from signing this levy, we're also going to go ahead with the reform in the power sector so that we're collecting more revenue to be able to pay down this debt. This act that has been christened the D levy will not be forever. It is a temporary solution to try and resolve our crisis in the power sector. And I'll sign it now, but I'm sure that by the grace of God, we'll resolve the energy sector crisis and we'll be able to relieve Ghanaians of the levy that I've just signed. So I hereby append my signature to the bill.
Omampanyini anu siye pe ena eye Afia Korankyewaa movement for change. Ya papa alansemate ne doba Afia ezo edi nsembi ebetu bia se ono de ogitum pa DUMSOR levy no de ono ogitum na emom owo ho nsembi eka ebusua yeti
etremu nyina how ekwan a efa so a amani abeyaba yedeka and yedeka to the extent that you are blacklisted from the capital market ye hu ehi ye bo bisia ye ntua nti omu hu se ye ba no mu dwane nti edien ena ye be ya oman no bekoso because Ghana ye dia de bia me kan ye ni ba bia akoyetim nti in this case you know o say mama wa macha wade mate ade so ama wate so ama ye ema wanya insihu I think 3 or 4 cities
about 5 cities
5 cities no say cheme 1 city me boy me girl no mama macha usika wo de ka me boaw ema kanefe na mate ade chop money me increase chop money na amount and am say chop money na me di amount no wo de bi be kwa akotuatua wo ka be ye no ma enti wo de cheme 1 city na eka na wo de no me fa moa na fatua enka semwe enka ebie ni mo asem
ma adenti na ese ye ka ye from this perspective you kind of 1 city almost 1 city tax but when you're buying fuel it's not just a liter or see abna mame membra ho 1 liter bia no or see or just 1 city now let's compare it to e-levy look at 1,000 Ghana cedis na sa wo send dia ote ahe 10 cedis 10 cedis ana your friend is saying when e-levy no it went to a consolidated fund so you a consolidated fund a fund ye the general enwoma so who say me e-levy we na ye dey but here is the case we no so we koto fuel 10 your friend is saying 10 liters na yete so 111 cedi ahe 10 cedis the same 10 cedis in this case you know a particular place when baby a usika na ede eko when madia ye dey in this case you know it can be account for but me no I don't have a problem with 1 cedi ni etua no the only problem I have is say abai no ema ye hu say how long ena ye etua dia solve our problem no e ka na da ho no how long ena Ghana for say enipa 10 million obia waka no auto 1 liter kura gum na auto so 1111 cedis a for what period in na sa nipa 10 million no omuto petrol ebetumi a resolve sa ekana eteho no
inti bisa how long na wo pa che say si etua kan wie na there should be another amendment I debate repeal and also there should be another way.
No, I say omuchie. Yes, I say omuchie. Yes, exactly. Because what my exactly what my say what they solve this particular issue because si edwuma be si ye ye normal ye economy be ko ye ye believe comfortable ejina ye energy so say investors beba na so manya confidence in the system ejina energy so and this one city we na ediabetu energy way so no I'm telling you a bit boosting investors level to me no ye nyina ye mboa na ye build this nation because a kana e wo ho no irrespective say ye de energy ye ka energy ka no there are other a car e kofo abubu egu ho even omumre fie mpo no mo me account for no o say just we me virtual there are other a car omo abu egu ho a omo me account for no okofo omo a yes a robust into sika in the name of politics into no but me catch abai we say ye besre sir I scratch my back you scratch my back you know more on so because your papa fenyo markets ka asem say sir double salary no na ka buy wo ho akwanya so prosecute you omo but there was a backdoor conversation fine it's because maybe they know say omo beye bi ewa be mu nti na backdoor conversation nti ye besre Mahmoud Bawumia we ebe dia Mahmoud Bawumia John Dramani Mahama ye support you but ye support you no ye hear transparency and accountability from the previous because PDS a car $500 million and no this government so no transparency I scratch my back and you scratch my back it shouldn't be
transparency you are sure don't worry
yo yati
on say medin ababe catch we say Dr. Bawumia a comment about DUMSOR levy ama amapa video ene awiadie kura no na mo tietie nsem a okan ye na eno ena NDC's Godwin Mahama na utie di ni kura na chese on can be emfama Dr. Bawumia ai na we de osechene enim da ho a ye mo nchen enti wakọ straight
Minister of Finance or Parliament memorandum or the call ni and it is so wonderful to tell you how innovative are buying it. I mean, can you or say that is last but 4 paragraph to help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector. Government is proposing an increase in the energy sector shortfall and debt payment levy. The impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the city. Very instructive. With this increment, there will not be no increase in the ex-pump price of petrol and diesel. The Omo can say, even though you pass act amendment 2 days ago, Mama ye na yenka no kre. Se woko fuel station who say obia de one cedi eden atoso. It is still egusu dina say the eden edina no. So even you see an innovative way even though don't know see wind you be window bia either say we be increase fuel and also we be decrease fuel. The other say in the next window no say you increase and as you decrease here we yen decrease you be no ejina baby ejina to who say pump ex pump stations now who say the one cedi mpa den ato so say Alhaji Bawumia ka tell say 8 times higher than e-levy mon kan che say me ameti he aye nyina ye no na me say onfa ne nimbuase entra ni opposition. Oh, please. No. Then Mbasse has to do with Jenifer, wait. Then Mbasse has to do with the outcome of the last election. And you unprecedented say. Because thank you to.
No, hold on, Godwin. So because we've been fun and Mbasse yeah, can phone is an insult. I'm sure Adibi.
Only lead MPP thank you to. Only lead MPP in the last election. Don't worry, if there's a need for me to retract, I will. As for now, I don't have a problem. But let me end. They make an say. Only lead MPP in the last election. Only lead thank you to. Professor Michael Kwe at the report about Now what can she MPP first say we concentrating on how to rebuild your party. No. That propaganda or year in 2016 about the back power. About mismanaging the economy. No. And the same thing Ogusu na Onfa Nichona Odi in the last election. No. Omugusu finding feet. No. Concentrating about that in Brazil in the last election. No. Now onjai amemwo papa ekoso. If he's not ready to applaud the government, it's better he keep quiet. Because so far, so good. Abandon airborne home body. Who told you say he let input any tax? But I mean, one for intimate so make on yet any No, per the elections. No, abysmal performance. Come on. Don't worry, I agree with you. Don't worry, I agree with you.
Okay. It is a sister fear any yebra Godwin Akasa area, not just Jenifer Queen, because on say on or your queen. Enti no yesi panyu biade wi ana nsuo enso so asa ebuza na Jenifer Queen eka toma mento one Godwin aish ensuo bowa osi ebo me enkasa pete me so Jenifer wo ho a mani nsu
ila vikache so nka na no pado na me kama sempa na twani die abai we e Robin Peter to people ye di levy ba eduru baby na former sports minister Mustafa Honorable Mustafa nipa da sani se no mo renubu yo sadi na ni ho plaster ball na ni ho be boso me mensa ni kom kranki yebu no 11 ne ye pass e mo ankasa education minister na akra ka so senka entiase ye adwuma 1.9 ye de ba 1.5 1.5 sorry enka ye ntimra 1% mo nkrofo kra di na tam sa de ne ye mpe di mo an ye de ba 1% Ghana for kan yasem omo kasa bitie nkomo ni bia ya che wade ene yesi ade ba akofa che and I know the enye. Let's say you pure time on MPP and I said ye. Or might be a bar, there be a Mikasa, might be a bar, or one in Sisha yet, said your person will bore mine. Time one, you are John Mahama, you are to force a eco budget or parliamentar. Mampeni ever pending signature, so try levy or try betting tax my hand and ametiadano. And I make cancer, same we say. What trouble would your mother banner so Busumi Bemi Runi? Sabusumi Bemi and send me cancer, same we were. And no to fuel 1 liter and see a to 50%, right? It depends on when
gallon.
Sorry, gallon.
A liter you
one. It's a gallon do our better. It is say me na say me 12,000 a go me fuel tank more. 1,000 say me be 83. And ya 10 cedis so.
Yeah.
10 cedis ni ya levy. Levy 10 cedis na no boarding. 10 cedis maku and what tre na ya de me nsa ka ho. 83 Ghana cedis. Utie 83 Ghana cedis. 830 million. 830,000 old cedis. And ye dey back home. It is now 4,000 and patch me bow.
So 1 liter, so 1 gallon. 4 cedis 50 pesos. So 1 gallon 40 because 4.5 liters. And 1,000 cedis no.
1,000 cedis no. Opa obetua 83 Ghana cedis ka utua mobile money 10 cedis.
How many liters?
It depends on the liters. It depends on the liters that you want to buy.
Or more figures.
More figures, more liters.
No, yes, I'll bring it out.
And you don't expect me say you and I'm please, and you propaganda na me
1,000.
How
many liters in the womb?
What you say?
How many liters?
It is also water. That is what you are going to pay. That is what you are going to pay. Ghana for about time as so they had their time. And more argument. Sika Ghana for babetu no. Me can say we say. Ya say yes ya $10 no so and ya tifu aso ya dem a. E dia contribution no mo ye ma na ba say ne. When you know no ukotua yisi ukotua o light ya 14.75%. Ya too some 4 something percent. Friends away percent. Wasad work of fuel. Dollar no swat but or ya fuel mu. Transport union for say wo mo ba betu fuel mu. E na obi an 50 11 no ana send 1,000 obenya obetua 10 cedis no. Enye obi ana be sani ska. Ewo msa dodo na esani ska. But when the oya dey a obefro car. Eti omanfo bia o ye na eti oman ni mu no. We are going to benefit from Adiana. We are going to it is going to affect obia oya dey oba kokko akofro kan akofro chentiade eno wasam na ye ka sesi na no na mo bodwa e na nya na aban ni gu oman no aban ni gu oman na for so onfadi de kura nya den onfadi de kura mo oman no twede mo de ba kura ni ena de ya mo obi 1 cedi ya mo obi 3 cedis ya mo obi 1 cedi ye de ba
ya to abusenti ya na ye ka se ai aban no onko na chi emra bie e na sei no we ye nya asan na awie ohun se pen ne kuta pen na efe pa ena ode asan ne ena chese ababaye emra enti sabre de na ene yen aba betena ene yen aba asetina D levy DUMSOR levy enti no ye bom paye se enche bia no DUMSOR no ombesiesie awie na eto atwa se na be ya eye D levy a abai eno so eto ebetwa according to nsemo a o mampanyina kasa ede eto dwa ebuza feel free na chere wadwen e wo comment section D levy ene E levy o hwa de ahimbom ena eba beboa yen o hwa de ahimbom ene ye we say ye wo say nyo ade yasanya wie a ye betua enti no ena emane nya wo so say unyuzi ka enti no onka ho well minim onso wadwen kire comment section no eyo de feel free na e chere wadwen aha eye AG gossips midin e de AG Magraheb